Hi everyone. Welcome to Dr. G's Dandelion Monologues, where we talk about how to be a dandelion, meaning how to tap into this inner source of resilience we all have access to. And today, the topic will be the incessant movement of life, or the oscillation between contraction and expansion. So many phenomena in life obey this rule or cycle, including alternation between contraction and expansion, just like the heart, just like the breathing. So let's take the heartbeat. In order to do its function, which is providing the oxygen to our tissues, the heart needs to contract and then relax. So contracting and expelling the blood, contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion. Just like when we have emotional states that are really dense and low, it's like contracted, like depression, grief, fear, anger, as opposed to expansion, joy, elation, compassion, gratitude. Those two are polarities that are inherent to life, right? It's not bad to win one, end of the cycle to the other. What matters is if we stay stuck in one dimension for too long, either it's contraction or expansion, then that's a problem, right? If we are stuck too long in a contracted state like grief and depression, then we are not connected to our energy. We're not letting it circulate so that we can thrive. Conversely, if we're stuck into that space where we're grandiose and having all kinds of ideas, we might be scattered and ineffective and not grounded in reality. So it's important to observe how we navigate those states. We don't want to be in a situation where we're trying to avoid those fluctuations, right? A so-called AFib of the soul. What I mean by AFib is atrial fibrillation, when there is a dysrhythmia of the heart and there's an ineffective contraction of one of the part of the heart, the atrium. And what happens is that the heart beats really fast, but the blood is not really delivered effectively to the tissues, and there's a risk of a blood clot and a pulmonary embolism. So what we want is to go to contraction and expansion in a way that's effective. The contraction sometimes needs to be provoked, needs to be elicited by us voluntarily, like a grounding technique. If we're in our heads too much and we are thinking about catastrophic scenarios, we need to ground ourselves back into reality, such as taking a walk, having contact with water, or all of the nature's elements. And if we're too grounded, then we need to elevate ourselves. We need to meditate, we need to entertain dreams and hopes and envision the future and having enlightening conversations and connect with a sense of purpose. So these are the major poles of our experience, right? Contraction, expansion. I think so many things in life can fall into these two categories, even mental or emotional disorders, in my opinion. And mental and emotional disorders are an imbalance, right? They signal that there's an imbalance and an inability to effectively navigate these two extremes. So pay attention. If you're too much on one side than the other, try to do techniques that will help you reestablish a balance. But it's important that you do not resist that. Otherwise, again, you'll have an AFib of the soul. You have to surf the wave of expansion to be able to contract and then expand again. Thanks, everyone. And I'll talk to you next time. Be well.